And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in Stockton, California, Lincoln High School, where we have a good matchup coming up here. Central Valley Hawks going to be going up against the River Valley Falcons. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Greg Cotta, and I will be doing your play-by-play for the afternoon for PlayOnSports.com. And for this game, I get to be alongside Mr. Thomas Conroy. Thomas, how are you doing today?
Very good. How are you, Greg?
Doing okay, keeping the voice alive for the best that I can for the next few matchups. Now, I got to see these two teams warm up here, and both of them look very talented, and it's been kind of fun today to be able to watch Division 6, Division 5, and now we're up to Division 3, and I see the players getting bigger and bigger and faster.
Yeah, it's definitely it looks like a good environment. It looks like two schools that seem really keen. You kind of caught a glimpse out of your eyes while I was broadcasting the Division 5 game and watching these teams warm up. It was definitely different. It was definitely like they knew exactly what they wanted to accomplish in this game. A lot of straight faces, a lot of focus on winning this championship. So it should be a spirited contest this afternoon.
Yeah, I expect a lot of spirit indeed. Now, both teams coming out in green and white, which of course caused a bit of problems for us broadcasters up here. But wearing the white uniforms with green numbers is going to be the Central Valley Hawks, while on the other side of the field we have the dark forest green, black shorts, white numbers. That will be the River Valley Falcons. Now, the three referees today are going to be wearing the bright yellow. You can see them at the center of your field. And as the huddles start up and Journey blares to the fans, I think we can just look forward to some good soccer here.
Yeah, and you know, both teams are getting that last-minute instructions from their coaching staff. And really there is no instructions because you know exactly what you have to get done here today. You want to be on top of your game, and you want to be aggressive, but yet be smart on the field. I think that's where both coaches' staffs are really encouraging their squads. Make smart decisions out there, and don't regret, and don't give it it's going to be the best opportunity in your life to accomplish a goal that you started from day one of your season.
Yeah, and it's kind of a hard thing to keep into perspective for an entire season, but both of these teams have been working all year long through practice, or training camp to practice, to, every single level along the way. Then they had to win in the regular season, win through the playoffs to make it to this point. They got to have butterflies at this point. They got to be nervous, but both teams seem rather confident, and I'm really looking forward to this matchup. So, taking the field first is going to be the Central Valley Hawks, as it looks like they are going to be kicking off. Their captains today, Ozzy Ramos, Anthony Calvo, Juan Medrano, number 8, number 10, number 17, respectively. So we'll be sure to keep an eye on them. And as we continue to have a huddle here from River Valley, as it seems like they want to take a couple extra minutes, and that makes sense because, honestly, this is a time when you're really excited and you want to give it your all, but you also need to stay composed, keep your feet under you, make sure that you'd make smart decisions and don't rush anything.
Yeah, and that looked like simply a players-only huddle there. So this is the last-minute encourage as a team, and for a lot of these seniors, probably the last time they'll play a sport together with their teammates. So a lot of motion coming out of that huddle there for that squad.
Well, it all comes down to the next 80 minutes, and we will take care of you from here on out on PlayOnSports.com. Here is the opening kick. The referees have checked the nets and the goalies are in their boxes, so we're about to get going. Here's the kick now coming back to Anthony Calvo. And over to the far side as it goes to the Central Valley Hawks. 4 defenders in the back. Standard formation there. Here comes an attack, though, as it gets back to Kevin Webb, number 5. Webb able to get it up to Calvo. Calvo dancing a bit and gets it up to Samuel Martinez. Martinez going to kick downfield. Doesn't have many options, however, he has a speedy player in Omar Orozco. But that's going to get kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be Hawks' ball for the throw-in.
Yeah, Orozco showed great acceleration getting down towards the net and almost had a good scoring opportunity here early.
So the ball on the throw-in goes high. Good throw. Header off the mark. And again, that was number 7, Omar Orozco. So that's clearly going to be someone that we keep an eye out for. But the keeper, Robert Quintero, for River Valley High, is able to get the goal kick set up. He goes downfield to Christopher Zamora, and Zamora kicks it back to Diaz. Hernandez to Mendoza. Going over to the left wing, and it's finally intercepted by the Falcons, who seem to want to be moving. They're pushing. Alfredo Hernandez is going to draw the penalty, so they're going to have a free kick here, a good 35 yards out from the goal.
Yeah, good aggressive play there by the Hawks, and now they get an opportunity here to kick, to have a free kick opportunity, as you said.
The Falcons kick it in, and it's picked up by the keeper, Andres Cavares, number 1 for the team. Here's a big throw that works all the way downfield. Daniel Hernandez is going to kick it up to Omar Orozco, and that is going to be what looks like a corner, but I couldn't see the signal from the referee. So it's actually a throw-in, and it's thrown in. Header attempt, no good. And the Falcons' defense is able to push it away.
Yeah, nice job by the Falcons' defense. They really trying to get on top of the forwards coming in there for the Hawks. And so nice job concentrating and really trying to make it a tough, not a clear shot on net right now in early going. So they're doing a nice job defensively, the Falcons are.
Here is a deep kick headed by the defense of the Hawks. And the Falcons again pushing, but don't seem to have the positioning in the midfield to move it past that point. And here comes the counter-strike coming from Central Valley. Big kick, left-footed kick is no good, and that's going to be a goal kick coming the other way.
Yeah, good scoring opportunity. You had a player in front of the net, chose to kick it towards the inner post there and just missed it as he was a little bit wide. But a nice scoring opportunity right there by the Hawks.
So the Hawks here now, there's some good dancing footwork there, but the through ball is no good, and it's quickly picked up by Robert Quintero.
Yeah, definitely showing the early aggressiveness here offensively is Central Valley.
Definitely so, and we'll see. And I think that the River Valley Falcons are starting to notice that, and they're trying to push back themselves. So as that goes out of bounds again, Juan Martinez is going to make the throw. And a whistle is blown, and it's going to be a free kick for the Hawks. Hawks take the free kick, low through ball. Anthony Calvo on one of the team's captains does not advance on the opportunity, and now the forwards for the Falcons are going to try to push, but there is that midfield there waiting for them. Ball crosses field. Falcons able to move it down, but that's going to go a little too far. Keeper's going to be able to pick it up without any issues at all.
Yeah, just trying to get it in the offensive zone, it seems like the Falcons right now. That's not going to do it. They got to get a little bit more aggressive and really try to get the keeper out of position so they get a good solid shot on net.
So the goalie decides to kick it up, and bad placement there by the midfield for River Valley. And it's going to be a throw-in for Central Valley. So the Hawks throw it in, and then the ball ends up in Samuel Martinez's hands. Omar Orozco, running down the field, runs into the defender, Gilberto Lopez. The throw now comes in. Good ball coming in. Lopez is there to stop it, and it looks like it is not going to be a corner, but a free kick. So this free kick will be taken by the goalie. Robert Quintero. And as the ball bounces around a bit at midfield, here come the Hawks again. Both teams displaying their athleticism here as the ball is kind of going every which way and everyone's chasing after it. I mean, there are going to be some tired legs here in the second half.
Yeah, my ACLs are hurting just watching these guys dance in the midfield.
And a deep kick is launched on by Diego Duran, but not really on target. Just going to give the goalie an opportunity to boot it back, and the River Valley Falcons.
But I like the idea of it. I agree with you. It wasn't on target, but I like the idea to kick it like that. If you get it on net, that makes the goalkeeper have to make an attempt on the shot. And if it, for some reason you never know how the ball is going to bounce, it could go in the net.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way of looking at it, especially in the early stages of this game. We have 33 minutes to go in the first half, only about 7-8 minutes down from the start, as a free kick is lined up here for River Valley. The kick is chipped and going toward midfield. Good placement on that one. But a lot of foot underneath that ball, and it's going to be a goal kick coming the other way.
Yeah, not much offensively going on for the Falcons. They got to do, I think, a little bit better job getting it on the net and coming up with an offensive game plan right now. They kind of seem they get tied up around the right around outside the offensive zone, and then it kind of just stalls right there, and they just take an errant pass outside the zone.
As the goal kick is taken by Samuel Martinez, and the back four for Central Valley seem in very good sync, and I think that has been the main problem for River Valley. As they march down the field, they run these four defenders on the left side of your screen who seem to have it completely locked down. And speak of that, here's number 16 coming downfield, Toyo Vasquez, and he's able to send it up to Diego Duran, and it's going to be a throw-in.
You get a good throw-in here. You get an excellent shot opportunity.
The throw-in comes back to the throwee, and again the ball sails over the net, this time coming from the left foot of Juan Martinez.
And no help with the ball. There's one ball over by a fence that's open to the far left, and then that went on the back part of the fence on that side. So get a little help down there to the goalkeeper, please.
Yeah, that goalkeeper, not used to running.
No.
Typically hangs out in his own little box, but he's been chasing the loose balls more so than anybody else on the field. Here's the ball around midfield. And a desperate through ball, not quite on target. And the goalie is going to kick deep. What a kick, coming all the way to the opposing box and really making the Hawks work on that defense. Mon Medrano, one of the captains, kicks it up to Calvo, fellow captain. Medrano to Martinez. Martinez looking, goes left. And a cross comes in from Medrano. And it's jumbled around inside the box. Diego Duran with the ball. And again, this goalie is chasing field goals as these balls fly 15, 20 yards deep. As it looks like they're getting help from somebody much younger.
More active to run chase down balls.
Probably excited to participate, I'm going to guess. 8.5 to 9 years old. Here's the goalie kick. And it's going to be quickly stopped by Orozco. Orozco is going to drop. Keeps it under his feet. And they're going to keep possession.
Yeah, you get the early look that Orozco really does a good job of making some offensive plays and really challenges the defense to try to take the ball away from him. And his footwork is exceptional, and he usually keeps them off balance and off stride, so he can get around them very easily. You can see that very here on the early on of this match.
Meanwhile, Milad Rahim steps off of the field. Coming onto the field is number 17, Ernesto Sanchez. Here's a cross coming in. It's low. It's good. Broken up by the Falcons defense, and now they're marching. Brandon Blancas chasing the ball. Stopped by Toyo Vasquez. Ball goes out of bounds, and possession is going to go to the Falcons. So here is the throw-in as they decide to give it to Alaz Vasquez, one of the team's forwards on the throw. And Vasquez's throw is interrupted, and here comes Omar Orozco. My apologies on that last throw was Gilberto Lopez. Here is an attempted header. Daniel Hernandez is there looking for options, and he hits Anthony Calvo, and then it's kicked out of bounds. Throw is going to be going to what looks like the Falcons. Falcons not out of the dangerous territory yet, as Juan Martinez kicks over to Juan Medrano, and that pass did not hit his target.
Yeah, it looked like Medrano lost his footing there on the far side, or else that would have been a great feed for him to the outside.
Yeah, this turf has kind of been, I've seen players slipping on it all day, as there's a bit of wear and tear here. And it could just be a lot of players not used to playing on turf. Here's a cross coming over to number 5, Kevin Webb. Kevin Webb keeps it in play, gets up to Daniel Hernandez. Hernandez is going to be on the throw-in. Hernandez to Duran, and again broken up by the Falcons defense, but here comes Martinez. Martinez taking down a player, and a good through ball gets to Diego Duran, and Diego Duran, instead of chasing that ball, turns around to complain to a referee. And that is a big mistake. Getting up late for the Falcons is number 3, Jesus Garcia.
Yeah, Duran needed to finish that play. You can argue later. You're exactly right. And tough break right there. Finish the play off, and then you can have your say if it doesn't go your way. But right. He had an excellent shot at the net. He has to complete that play.
And it's looking like he knows that his hands are on his hips, and all he can do now is keep his head down and try to do it again. Ball at midfield. Juan Medrano sends it forward to Omar Orozco. However, it's quickly picked up by Robert Quintero. Quintero throws a slow roller over to Jose Mendoza. Mendoza driving, finds a good open player in the middle of the field, and that's Christopher Zamora. Zamora's pass, though, quickly intercepted by Daniel Hernandez, the opposing number 11. Garcia on the throw as we wait for a substitution to be coming in from the Falcons. It looks like number 11, Chris Zamora, is going to be marching down, taking a seat, while Milad Rahim comes back into the game after his break for a brief injury. Here's a throw, and they go straight to Rahim. The ball is volleyed around, and boy, does Rahim have some fresh legs under him.
Very active. He went around 2 defenders right there. Nicely done by Rahim.
Here's a through ball attempted. That's going to get broken up by the defense for the Falcons as Chris Zamora sends the ball back. And now it's in the feet of the defense. Launched all the way to Omar Orozco. And Orozco is going to get called for a bit of a shove there.
Yeah, it also looked like he hooked Duran there just a bit, just a slight hook. I think that's what caught the referee's eye because, I think kind of boxing him out sort of like a basketball is okay, but he hooked Duran and kind of took him off balance, so he could not attack that ball.
So here is the free kick for the Falcons. Jesus Garcia going to kick it deep into the box from the far side of the field. And the ball continues to be volleyed around. And I did not see the penalty there. It must have been called on Diego Duran. But the ball, or my apologies, that will be called on the Falcons. And the Hawks quickly pick up possession and move it downfield. Ball at midfield. And sent the other way by Medrano. But that ball is not going to find its target. And once again, Robert Quintero is going to be chasing a ball.
He can't wait to go to the change halves. He gets at least a barrier, a little closer barrier, so he can get right back. Get the ball back immediately, especially with that brick back fence here on the nearest.
Yeah, it'll definitely bounce back to him. And then maybe we'll be seeing Andres Cazares, the opposing goalie, chasing the ball.
Get your track shoes on when you're on that far side.
Here are the Hawks getting a good look, and that's going to Orozco. Orozco cannot maintain possession. Good defense coming from Gilberto Lopez. And the ball is going to get sent. Somehow, from this angle, it did not look in play, but it was for a bit until this moment. 22 minutes on the game clock here in the first half. Game still 0-0. Most of the game taking place at midfield. So this is neck and neck here as the ball comes back to Jose Mendoza. Mendoza up to Raheem. And sent through, intercepted by Hernandez. Hernandez up to Calvo, back to Kevin Webb. Webb trying to get a through ball. Too weak, though. And now it's going in the other direction. So here's that back four again by Central Valley. That does not seem to have any problems with the strikers coming from River Valley. Clean contact is called as Medrano has an opportunity for a cross, but intercepted by Lopez. Ball coming back now to Martinez. Martinez to Martinez. And Samuel Martinez is going to get a good look at it, but it's broken up by Jesus Garcia. Samuel Martinez. Now Calvo. Calvo going to Hernandez. To Calvo. Going to Juan Martinez. Here is Hernandez looking for an opportunity for the cross. It's in and broken up by the defense. And that is going to be the call. There was contact there in the box, but it looked clean from here, and the referees agreed. So here comes Ernesto Sanchez kicking upfield, and that's going to be Hawks' ball once again.
Yeah, the Falcons did a great job closing in quickly on Duran and really getting on top of him, and did not allow him to take a shot in that crease. And what has to be frustrating for the Hawks was they had a lot of time in the offensive zone, didn't get any crisp shots on net, and that has to be frustrating because you're now under 20 minutes here in the first half, and you really haven't had a good solid shot on net yet in this game.
Ball crosses midfield, but a weak pass is intercepted by Anthony Calvo. Anthony Calvo is going to send a through ball. Goalkeeper there waiting. We just crossed the 20-minute mark here in Stockton, California, so if you want to call it a quarter, we're a quarter way there, but halfway through the first half. As this game continues to be neck and neck, at midfield, neither team really getting any advantage. It seems like Central Valley has a bit more possession, Central Valley Hawks being in the white uniforms. As the ball comes up to Hernandez. Hernandez cannot keep it in play, and it's going to go the other way to the River Valley Falcons. So it looks like River Valley is actually going to get a free kick, as a penalty was called.
Substitution coming in for...
Oh, there it is. The ball was sitting in play, but it is a throw-in. So he fooled me for a second. Anthony Calvo over to Martinez. Martinez, a nice pass up to the defender, working it up slowly upfield. Here's Calvo going across field to Webb. Webb has time. Webb to Hernandez. Back to Webb. Webb with the cross and quickly blocked by this defense. This has been a game of defense back and forth here, where it seems like both teams can get to their back four, but by the time they get there, the defense stops them.
Wait, I thought they were inbounding. Okay, right in front of us.
Yeah, so there is the throw going back to Jesus Mendoza. And a header attempt goes toward goal just outside.
And that was the closest scoring opportunity we've had in the half.
Definitely.
There. And, boy, just a little bit off stride. And wasn't the perfect pass. Trying to make a great header opportunity was right there for the Falcons and just missed it. And, boy, that goalkeeper really covered that post very well there to keep it out of there.
Andres Cazares in goal. Here's Kevin Webb. Kevin Webb is having a great game so far at the back right defensive spot. Handball called. Seemed incidental, but your hands are your hands. So Orozco is going to give the ball back to his opponents, the Falcons. Gilberto Lopez is going to lose the ball, and here's a through ball coming to Orozco. Orozco cannot stay on top of it. Jesus Garcia there to break it up.
Yeah, nice play by Garcia. Really challenged him.
Here's 16 and a half on the clock. Orozco still pushing. As number 10 for the Falcons, Jose Mendoza, kicks a deep ball. And there is Andres Cazares there to stop it. But that is actually called offsides. So there's going to be a free kick coming here from Sammy Martinez.
Yeah, Cazares loves challenging those forwards coming towards the crease. He's not at all bashful coming out and playing one of them.
We'll keep an eye on that to see if the Falcons try to sneak behind him on the other side.
Yeah, that is a problem with an aggressive goalkeeper. Sometimes they get too aggressive, and then the forward can really be very artful with his feet and get around him easily.
Attempted through ball, again broken up by Jesus Garcia, who has been very unapproachable in the backfield. Here's a good through ball, and here comes Gilberto Lopez, broken up again by the defense. Here's a header launched downfield toward Orozco. And a volleyed kick is going to get picked up by Robert Quintero.
Quintero now looking to free kick it, and he does nicely.
Yeah, a good kick coming all the way downfield. However, Juan Martinez is able to get good positioning on it, and he can work it up to Calvo. Back line for the Hawks, working it upfield. And a good interception is made by Castulo Cavallal. But here comes Kevin Webb. Kevin Webb to Hernandez. Hernandez looking for the cross, but it's broken up by Jose Mendoza. Good defense on his part. So just like that, it's going to be a goal kick. And again, a good goal kick coming all the way downfield. And the Falcons are trying to work something here, as possession has definitely been in favor of the Hawks so far.
Yeah, and nothing to show for it. And that
Right.
has to be frustrating. Not even a good, solid scoring attempt yet in this game by Central Valley.
13:35 on the game clock. Possession in favor of the Hawks again, and that's and Thomas, that's a really good way to put it, is that honestly the Hawks have been driving, running downfield, but they haven't even got any close to a goal.
No, not at all. And give credit to the Falcons defense, because they're really concentrating on not allowing their heavy hitters to get any type of shot attempt, because once they grab control of the ball, usually two defenders are right on top of them and not allowing them to make any initial moves towards the crease.
Now, a yellow card was just given out, possibly even 2 yellow cards, is how it looked from the referee. Number 7 for Central Valley is Omar Orozco. He will be stepping off the field, as well as number 10 for the Falcons, Jose Mendoza. So a bit of an establishment of authority there, and clearly not picking favorites is the referee. Here are the Falcons, as they have not had the ball much, as we've been talking about, but they've done pretty well with what they've had. Here's a throw-in, going to Duran, and it's going in that direction again.
Ball went into the seats
as we wait for the soccer ball, which was a good 15 rows, 10 to 15 rows deep. Throw into Calvo. Back to the defense. Jesus Mendoza. Back to the goalie. Samuel Martinez now to Webb. Webb looking deep, kicks deep. And he kicks it back quickly to the defense of the Falcons, particularly Jesus Garcia. Good through ball, working to the outside. Number 6, Hector Ramos, cannot stay on top of it, and it's going to go in the other direction.
Yeah, did one move too many right there to the outside, tried to get around the defender towards the corner kick area, and just lost the ball. Tough break.
Juan Martinez kicking a pretty good ball, actually, and there's an ambitious goalie in Robert Quintero coming out of his box to make sure nothing, as long as the ball isn't there, he can go wherever he wants, so he just made sure the ball got the heck out of there. We're ticking down to 10 minutes here left in the first half of play. Still knotted up at 0-0. Clean sheets for both goalies. Here's a good throw coming to Orozco, who is back in the game. And the ball is crossed and worked upfield to Lopez. Lopez to Raheem. Raheem's got speed. And it is being pointed in the favor of the Falcons, so the Falcons are going to get a corner here.
Yeah, good aggressive play right there by the Falcons, trying to get towards the net, trying to create something, and with the overly aggressive defense there, trying to force them away, allows them now the opportunity to get a corner kick. Just haven't seen who will take it yet. There we go.
Yep, the ball has been chased down as we are officially below 10 minutes now. And Castulu Cavajal is going to be taking this corner. The kick is low, curved outside, and then bicycled backwards by Diego Duran. As we get to see the goalie there, Andres Casaves, do a quick little pull-up as the ball was clearly over his goal.
Yeah, he's just making sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a bit more antsy than the opposing goalie, Robert Quintero, who's had a lot of running to do, particularly off of the field.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a forward playing, unfortunately playing in a goalkeeper's position. Very active for a keeper.
And a good tackle is made by number 14 for the Falcons, Luis Santillan. Here comes Medrano. And Medrano is going to earn a corner here. So as the clock ticks down to 8 minutes, the Central Valley Hawks are going to be setting up this play here. And a good opportunity for them, as we mentioned, they've had a lot of trouble getting shots on goal.
Yeah, just want to get it in front of the net, I think, right now, and let's start from there.
As a header is headed, and Orozco cannot get it in. And again, the Falcons' defense prevails.
Yeah, smart play there. Kicked it low. Orozco could not get it past the defender, and then it was partially deflected by the keepers. So, but a good idea right there towards the net.
Here is the back defense for the Hawks. The ball is getting bounced around, and now it's up to the midfield, but they're playing kind of deep here. Here comes Webb to try to push it forward. Webb. Roller to Hernandez is no good, but here comes Orozco. If he has a teammate, he has a cross, but he's not able to get there in time. And that ball is going quickly back to the goal box. Ball kicked deep to what ends up being Jesus Mendoza. And now Calvo at midfield. Hernandez, back to Martinez. And Martinez is going to kick back to his keeper. And they're going to try to slowly work it upfield again. Medrano running into a double team. And he's going to lose possession. So again, strong defense, keeping the Hawks out of every place that they want to be.
Yeah, always two defenders on those forwards moving ahead. Medrano right there just ran into two defenders and didn't have an answer for them, and then inadvertently kicked the ball out of bounds.
So possession now is going to go to the Hawks, and on the throw is going to be Medrano. Medrano into Calvo, and the ball stays in his possession. And it's going to be another throw-in for the Hawks as we tick almost down to 5 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, it looks like really no rush for the Hawks right yet. They feel they're confident. They've had most of the play in their offensive zone. They feel that they can eventually squeak one past the keeper here.
And as they try to get a good throw, it ends up getting broken up. And here come the Falcons. The Falcons have opportunity here. Again, aggressive goal play from the keeper, who seems very comfortable to charge out to the ball.
Yeah, and those aggressive goalkeepers like cutting down the angles and really challenging the forward to get one past them. But if it does, it's an easy goal and right there. But again, it's a tough angle to get with somebody coming charging right at you that you'll get a clean shot on net.
So coming up now is Milad Rahim. Rahim breaking through the defenders, still on his feet, not able to get it there in time. And that is going to be another corner. Boy, Rahim probably scared that defense. Does that kid have jets?
Yeah, and he's been active since he came off the bench here at about the halfway point of this first half, and he's been active all the time. They got to get him, I think, the ball a little bit more because he does have some offensive skills to split the defense like he did right there and challenge that keeper to see if he can go and slip right by him. And right now he's staying in the middle, and I expect him to get a little header here action.
As the ball was kicked in his direction. And now the Falcons are going to try to get it in here. They have a good opportunity. Not quite broken up by the defense of the Hawks. And boy, are they glad to get that ball out of there. And here comes Orozco on the counter. Orozco broken up by Mendoza. Now back to Hernandez. Hernandez to Orozco. Orozco looking down, back to Hernandez. And that's quickly broken up by the Falcons. They don't have numbers, but they do have speed. Here is number 5 for the team, Alfredo Hernandez. Ball to be. And Jesus Garcia is moving forward.
But now the Falcons' offense seems to get a renewed life right there as they've been really active here in the last few times downfield. Let's see if they can capitalize on it in their next possession.
Here is the Hawks coming through. A good pass is again broken up by Jesus Garcia. There's Juan Martinez into Anthony Calvo. Calvo sends it up to Diego Duran, who once again not able to get that ball down. And we now get down to a minute 55 on the clock. And the ball is going to be kicked deeply, I anticipate, by Jesus Garcia. Or my apologies, Robert Quintero. The ball is kicked deep, and there's opportunity here for Alfredo Hernandez. And he gets it in the goal. Unbelievable. From nearly outside the box. That was on a frozen rope. Holy cow.
He had the defender on his hip right there, and once he got inside the 30-yard line on the football field, that's when he let the shot on in. Looked like the goalkeeper got froze for a second and expected him. He wanted to look like he wanted to come out of the crease to challenge him, thinking he was going to try to maybe slip it underneath him. Instead, he put, as you said, a rope right on that post right there for the goal. Great scoring opportunity there for the Falcons.
Big shot. And changing the momentum of this game entirely. And we can hear it through our glass from the other side of the field. The loyal fans that are here for the Falcons really making their voices heard.
Yeah, really are, and that really just excited even their bench for a moment, as now they're really into this matchup. And here comes another scoring opportunity.
And now broken up by the Hawks. Good move there.
I think Raheem's hurt.
Martinez.
I think he got hit inadvertently by one of his players by an after kick. I don't know if it got him in the hand. It looked like he was holding his hand, but he may have gotten him in the stomach there on an after kick a shot.
It could just, it looks like his stomach, and it could definitely be the wind being knocked out of him.
Right.
Which is one of the... It's amazing how when the wind gets knocked out of you, you know what's happening, but your body is still in complete panic because you cannot breathe.
And you can just feel the wind all your air that's leaving your body, and there's no way you can reverse the course.
It's, as he's also hobbling a bit.
Yeah, I think I think I agree. I think he got the wind knocked out of him. But I also think on that play I think after that attempted shot on net, I think he partially caught a foot of the teammate who took the shot. I didn't catch the number, and and that I think that's what aided him in getting his wind knocked out of him. So he'll have to come off the pitch for a few just to regroup.
So he's going to come off for a bit, and the Hawks are going to try to capitalize as we are now in extra minutes of the first half. broken up there by Calvo. Calvo's going to send a through ball broken up by an amazing defender today, folks. Jesus Garcia. A small defender back there as the final whistle blows for the half. Small defender, but I think it's safe to say that his defense has been able to help his team hold on to this 1-0 lead.
Yeah, he's one of the really the key parts that have really stifled these talented forwards from getting any shot attempt on the crease.
So I think that's going to do it for the first half. Come back in a little bit, and we will have 40 more minutes of action. It's a close game here. Central Valley Hawks currently losing to the River Valley Falcons 1-0. We'll be back after this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at
.3:16 left to go in this ball game. High formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just...
Holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons win. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take, and there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac-Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot. Kept alive. Back in one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stags.
Runner at third is Chavez. 8-2 the score. Bottom of the 7th. The 1-2. Popped in the air. This should do it. Cortopassi says it's mine. Now he's fading on it. And he can't make the catch, but Gaff comes in from center field and does. Congratulations to the St. Mary's Rams, a three-peat. They win it 8-2 against Franklin to take the series 2-0.
But this is time to run an offensive set that you've done all through the season in practice.
Yeah. And you also, you get it to your hottest player right now, just like they're getting to Eichhorst right here. He's going to try to create some space, find somebody on the backside that's open.
Eichhorst flush out to the right. Oh, breaks free of a player. Eichhorst on his own, shoots and scores, bounces a shot home. Coos can't handle the shot. Eichhorst takes off the shirt and the helmet. And how about that? Alex called it. Eichhorst, after sustaining the injury in the third quarter of play, has scored the game winner with 22 seconds gone in the overtime period. Dog pile on the field. Marin Academy take it. A fantastic finish to this game, and well, I hope his other ankle isn't hurting after this.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter, right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Helix! And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown run. Looked like he was down after 3 yards. Just threw a defender on the ground.
As sophomore Chris Carter steps under center in their tight wing formation. Lycos in motion. Second back through is Freeman. Freeman just knocking people over. Look at him run. Breaks through. 4 tackles. And now it's just a foot race to the end zone. And Freeman's going to go the distance. Touchdown Imperial on the first play of the second half. 2nd and 6 for Imperial from their own 47. They're going to give it to Freeman again off the left side. And Freeman gets by one wave and down across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Look at him run down to the 20-yard line. One man to beat. Gets by him. Touchdown Freeman. How did he do that? Holy cow. 64-yard touchdown run. His 5th of the game. Royce Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the top rushing and the as I look over to our partners at KXO Radio, the top rusher in the San Diego section for the next 2 years.
That's just amazing. That is just amazing. They hit him in the backfield. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. They hit him a couple of yards downfield. They hit him again near the goal line.
Keep those Lowell fans quiet over there.
Lum sets it up for Pang. Long, it's out. Low, a magnificent 7 titles in the San Francisco section in dramatic style as they pull out a fantastic victory over a spirited Galileo Lions team. They win the 4th game, 31-29, and they take the 2012 Academic Athletic Association San Francisco section title.
Officials say no 5-second count can be started. Nobody was close enough defensively. Lyle's going to swing left side. Robinson. Here is a backdoor lob for Grant. They've been wanting that all game. And they got it, 50-42. They lulled you to sleep, and then they hit Grant on the back door.
They trail by 2. McMorrow's kick is on the way, and it is good. St. Augustine has their first lead of the game, 21-20, with 25 seconds to play. The senior McMorrow with a huge kick, not the longest of his career, but the biggest of his career. St. Augustine leads it 21-20.
Already lining up. They won't even have to run that one more play. They just acquiesce.
Why bother?
So there you have it. Your 5-time defending Division III champions, the Cathedral Catholic Dons, running up, over, and through Olympian 41-0 here from Qualcomm Stadium.
Patriots down 21-17. Great ball game here. Dillon taking it, looking right, throwing it up top to Gaines. It will be caught by Gaines. Oh, my goodness. It looked like the defender had it, but Gaines stole it away from him. Jason Gaines, are you kidding me, my friend? Oh, boy. It looked like for sure we had an interception by the Tories, but as they both were going to the ground, Jason Gaines just wrestled it away from him. Shane Dillon to Jason Gaines on an 11-yard play.
Fanchen in the game, now out, replaced by Hayashi, the libero for defense. Wenzel's serve. Championship point, ball up in the air. Hayashi's going to bring it back. Richards, deep one, over and 3. Free opportunity. Look for Wallace. No, they go Becker. Hayashi, then tap over and 2 by Hollingsworth. Now look for Wallace for the match.
Kathleen Wallace. No better way for the Bulls to finish it than giving it to their senior leader.
25-12.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Cotta alongside Thomas Conroy here to bring you the second half of action for Division III soccer. Currently, the Central Valley Hawks are one goal behind, the River Valley Falcons. River Valley Falcons wearing the forest green with the white numbers. Central Valley Hawks wearing the white jerseys with the green numbers. So it will be the Falcons kicking off here. And the whistle blows, and we got 40 minutes to go. Here is the kick. Going now in the opposite direction. Here's Orozco, not able to break it up, though. And it's going to work its way downfield. Booming kick. Finally airs out of bounds. But it's going to be declared a goal kick.
Yeah, one of the Falcons' midfielders try to come over there to tackle the kicker there, and he just got taken down, and he took the brunt of the hit there, and I don't think he expected that when he tried to make that open field tackle there at the midfield mark.
So the throw in for the Falcons, not a goal kick, my apologies, is going to get to Jose Mendoza. Mendoza to Carvajal. And the throw is going to go further downfield for the Falcons, who seem to have momentum here. Jesus Mendoza breaking it up. Nada Vasquez, the sweeper. Here's number 20, Samuel Martinez. And Martinez ends up getting the ball to Malad Rahim. And now Medrano is going to march down our side of the field from right to left. Quickly broken up, though, by Carvajal. And he is going to take the throw in himself. And as is the curse of the commentator, the moment I say that, he hands the ball off to Hector Ramos, who will be making the throw.
You learn that quickly in soccer. They usually give it up quickly to their teammate.
So Jose Mendoza working it upfield. And he's going to get an opportunity to throw it in.
Yeah, well, we're seeing right now here early on with Central Valley, not a whole lot of angst of trying to get back into this game, being trailing by one goal, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought they would have just a little bit more intensity offensively, but they're being very patient. And that might be the right approach here either, because then you get caught out of position and unfortunately, you give up opportunities, and here comes one for them.
And here is an opportunity for Orozco, but he is broken up. Good defense there. Coming from Gilberto Lopez. And now it's back to Martinez. Juan Martinez, through ball, quickly picked off by the Falcons defense. And a lot of contact there coming from Kevin Webb. I could only imagine that he's going to get booked for that. And he gets just a warning from the referee. And I think he should be grateful for that.
Webb, you mentioned it in the first half. He had an exceptional first half, and sort of right there, you take chances. You have to be good ball players, and right there he got caught.
So here is a cross coming to the back four of the Hawks, and now they're going to have a counter opportunity, but once again it's quickly broken up by Castulo Carvajal.
Right now you've seen a lot of physical play by both teams, bumping, pushing off. You're going to see now with the referees, it's going to be interesting now to see in the next 5 minutes, the referees are going to allow them to keep on playing this much physicality.
Here's Orozco alongside Duran. Duran's going to try to get it in, but it was broken up by Mendoza, and that's going to be a throw now in favor of the Hawks. Good defense again there by River Valley. Here's a throw in to Duran. Duran's cross runs into the side of the net.
Yeah, and Duran, in the first half, he really was got a little bit more aggressive in the early part of this championship matchup, and then he kind of drifted off, coming back here with some good plays here in the second half.
Here at midfield is Calvo. Calvo sends it over to Webb. Webb is able to get his ball upfield. Tripped up now is Christopher Zamora. Martinez over to Vasquez. Vasquez kicks out of bounds, and the ball is going to go again in favor of the Falcons. This throw-in coming from Gilberto Lopez. Hawks have possession. Moving upfield. Here's Orozco looking for an option. Brings the cross in, and it is snagged by the keeper. So that was a bit closer than we're usually used to for the Hawks.
Great positioning by the goalkeeper right there as he held his post there, and then really forced him to try to go to the far post, and he made a nice catch.
Here is the back line for the Hawks, trying to keep this game from getting out of hand. Being down 1 goal is not something too difficult, especially with 34 minutes now on the clock in the game. A pass is broken up, possession going to the Falcons. But now here comes Calvo. Calvo sends a through ball. Does not quite have a target, but it gets back to the goalie, and everybody's going to reposition. The kick there. Going to Orozco, double-teamed again. Broken up by the Falcons, and the Falcons are now going downfield. And finally, we get some more action for Andres Cazares. And he's going to kick deep to his own teammate, number 10, Jose Mendoza. Throw in now for the Hawks. And it's going to go into Juan Martinez. Quickly picked off by Castulo Carvajal. And he's going to kick a through ball to Malad Rahim. Rahid dancing around, gives it up to the defense. So this back and forth game is continuing. Despite the 1-0 lead, it seems like the teams are evenly matched, and the Hawks are going to have to come up with something to undo this. And there was a trip by Gilberto Lopez. Ball coming up to Brandon Blancas. Carvajal. Now back to Garcia. Orozco trying to find an opportunity. Orozco double-teamed, soon to be triple-teamed, but he still has the ball under his feet. Orozco breaking ankles, and he is able to kick the ball off of a defender and get a corner kick out of that opportunity.
Yeah, you just expected him to make a play and get towards the net, and he almost did, as he really took on those 2 defenders and maybe came up with some solutions during the break to get some offense towards the net.
Here comes the cross, and it goes off of Medrano's head, but not quite on target. So here comes another goal kick with just over 30 minutes to go in the game.
I like the idea, though, by Central Valley right there to get Medrano coming up. The corner kick was a little bit high, so when he jumped for it, I think he anticipated getting there a little bit sooner than it did, and he tried to force it a little bit higher with his head, and it just went over the crease.
Here's the header hit back to midfield.
That's like a mule kick right there.
So after that rather high kick, the throw-in is going to be going to let's see. Oh, the ball has to come from the stands. And Carvajal is going to throw in to Milad Rahim. There's some defenders for the Hawks who believe that Rahim was offsides.
And they were right.
And they were very right. So the kick is going to be from just outside of the box. And it looks like it's going to be taken by number 20, Samuel Martinez. For those of you just joining us, we're in the second half of the Division III championship for the Sac-Joaquin section. Greg Cotta alongside Thomas Conroy. And currently, the dark green Falcons of River Valley High have a 1-0 lead over the Central Valley Hawks. Here's a ball kicked out of play. And the throw-in is going to go to the Hawks. Hawks. Martinez finding options over to Kevin Webb. Webb sends it over to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to keep it alive. Orozco intercepts a pass from the defenders. And that is going to be another corner kick. So here's another opportunity for the Central Valley Hawks. And it could be a crucial one. 29 minutes on the game clock.
Yeah, you can't have this much offensive play in the zone and not get a goal.
And Orozco is inside the box, still going, and it's going to get another corner kick. This time from our side of the field. So Orozco saw he didn't have options and made sure to kick it right off the shin guard of a defender. Heads up play on his part.
Yeah, I knew exactly where the defense was so he could make that play and either get a goal or get another corner kick. Smartly done.
Left-footed kick coming in from Calvo. A header, no good. Bicycled out of here by the Falcons. But here's Calvo again. Going back to Martinez. And over to Webb. And we see some big contact here coming from Central Valley, and it looks like that's going to send the ball in the other direction.
And River Valley's doing exactly what you need to do to maintain a one-goal lead. Just play enough defense, get it enough in the way of the offense to stymie them and frustrate them, and then capitalize on your plays downfield.
And as the ball gets launched downfield, it works its way back up into the feet of Lopez. Lopez kicks a high booming kick, intercepted now by Anthony Calvo. Calvo, back to Mendoza. Now up to Medrano. Medrano, using his speed to get around the outside, finds Orozco. And there's a struggle for the ball here as Anthony Calvo is able to maintain possession. Through ball going to Diego Duran. Duran cannot chase it down, and that's going to be a kick for the goalie.
Again, another lost opportunity. Sound like a broken record, but Central Valley has to capitalize on one of these soon. We're getting now close to under 27 minutes here, and still a lot of time to go in this second half. But they got to start coming up offensively, or else the frustration level is going to get higher as the minutes go lower on the clock.
And Thomas, I don't think the broken record part is your fault, as really the broken record here has been Central Valley Hawks trying to get goal opportunities and not being able to break past this defense. Here is Duran getting a ball centering the ball on the field, but there is that defense there waiting for it. A leap is made, and it looks like the Falcons are going to break through on this counter opportunity. Here comes an opportunity for the cross, not on target. And the defender, Juan Martinez, is going to be able to get rid of it. And boy, do these defenders need to get it out of here. They do it. Medrano is now marching up the field, covered by several defenders.
Yeah, but initially when he got the ball, he was only covered by one man, and he really showed his athleticism to get out in front.
Here's Vasquez. Vasquez to Samuel Martinez. There's a big ball coming in opportunity for Calvo. Calvo is going to get tripped up by the defense. Jesus Garcia, number 3, stopping the offensive approach one more time. And a strong slide is coming in. I see the referee reaching into his pocket. Samuel Martinez was the one targeted on that play. It looks like Milad Rahim is going to receive a book, or my apologies, it's not Milad Rahim, it's number 14, Luis Santillan. So he's going to step off the field, and the substitution is going to come on his behalf. And that looks like number 17 from here, Ernesto Sanchez.
But that was an elaborate production by that referee.
Yeah.
I mean, could you possibly take it any longer to take out that card?
He likes his dramatic finishes here in Stockton, California. So here's Orozco trying to get position, ends up going offside as we tick past the 25-minute mark.
I just gave another card. He just raised it on number 4.
And number 4, Castulo Carvajal, has been a crucial defender for the team.
I think they're still taking, and I agree with them. I thought that was a clean tackle out at the midfield mark. I didn't think it was overly aggressive. I didn't think it was anything malicious right there. And you know, unfortunately, some of these players have to control their emotions and stop thinking about constantly getting in the official's face and keep on playing. But at that time, I could see why a few of them are giving him his 2 cents worth. And I think he's overreacting because I think he knows he did make a questionable call and would take it away if he had a chance to.
Here is Medrano. And Medrano's going to kick it deep. And now to carry on to what you said, you know, Thomas, it's kind of funny to, you know, one of the easiest mistakes, especially in high school sports, is to lose to the referees. Because sometimes calls don't go in your favor.
Right.
And it's so easy to let that get in your head.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard for coaching staff to tell these kids that, you know, it's the opponent and not the referees that you have to play against.
Referees aren't trying to beat you. Despite what your fans may yell from the stands, the referees are not trying to beat you. So, 23 minutes ticking down here on this running clock as the Falcons lead the Hawks 1-0. Falcons with possession. And that was going to be a kick, or that was going to be. That was Milad Rahim with the kick, and it looks like it's going to be a goal kick opportunity.
I think it's
or my apologies, it's a corner.
Yeah, I think
coming
it got
from the
partially,
Falcons.
after seeing it, I think one of the defenders partially deflected that shot.
So a corner is going to be coming in to our right side as the Falcons try to lobby for position. The kick coming in from Ivan Lopez, the new substitute. Header, no good. Volley, less good. And it is kicked, cleared very well by the Hawks. And here comes Orozco. Orozco alongside Martinez. Martinez dancing around, losing his position. And he works his way back 10 yards, and the ball does the same. But now going into possession for the Hawks. Strong throw-in going straight to Orozco. And this time a throw-in is happening, but about 8 yards closer.
Boy, Central Valley has Madano right here all alone with little defense on him, and they're just not seeing him, and he has a clear shot at the net if they could have gotten the ball to him. Tough, blown opportunity right there for the Hawks.
Here's Martinez up to Medrano. Medrano now, again, with time. It seems like most of the pressure has been on the right side of the field. Through ball to Orozco, and it goes out of play. Throw coming into the Hawks. Orozco. Definitely the main striker, and a bit of push and shove is going to be called. And Vasquez is going to have a throw-in, so it did roll out of bounds. And a header sends it right back to where it was. And Vasquez is going to try again. No, he's not. He's going to hand it on to Medrano. So Medrano is going to make the throw. Deep throw goes toward the box. Easily broken up. And here comes an opportunity for the Falcons. Falcons pushing upfield. And it looks like it's going to stay in their possession. It's going to be a throw-in. Marching to the sideline is Hector Ramos. Ramos looking like they are currently waiting for substitutions, as it looks like we can expect Castulo Carvajal to come back in. Still no substitutions here on this side of the field, as currently coming into the game now is Castulo Carvajal for the Falcons. As a cross does not stay in play, and the goalie is going to have an opportunity to set the ball for this kick. Quickly taken. Now, looking at Central Valley here and down at their bench, I only see about 2 actual jerseys sitting on the bench. They have a much smaller roster. Martinez going to Duran. Duran to Calvo. Over to Samuel Martinez. Now Duran up to Juan Martinez. Juan Martinez. Through ball, no good, as he did have a fairly open Medrano. But it's not quite going to work out in their favor as we tick past 20 minutes left in the game.
And this is the time at the halfway point of the second half where you start to pick up the adrenaline and again, really try to now make more plays towards the net as you're still down 1-0, and you have all this offensive time in the opponent's zone with nothing to show for it.
Orozco trying to take on the world there, but he goes back to Samuel Martinez. Broken through. And they are making some good passes here. And a lob is sent to Duran. And then to Orozco. Orozco with the good move. Double move now, stops, comes back. He had his target, but that was well broken up. That's going to be a penalty. That is going to be a penalty called, and it is going to be, I believe, inside the penalty box. So that changes the game entirely.
Wow, what a call right there. And again, another look. It's a questionable call because I thought it was a clean the block right there by the defender, but they're saying no. And they're going to get a penalty kick here. Or, excuse me.
It's going to be a free kick.
Free kick.
They decided to spot it outside of the box. So it's going to be opportunity here, regardless, though, for the Hawks. Not as bad as it could have been, though, for the Falcons.
This could be the break that they needed offensively.
Here's Duran, broken up by the wall.
Excellently broken up by the wall and sent it all the way back out to near the midfield mark.
Vasquez kicks it deep, but no cigar. And that is another good showing by this Falcons defense.
Yeah, played that low kick perfectly, and more importantly, got it out to midfield, now allowed them a second chance shot.
As a whistle is blown, and the Falcons are going to get a free kick, good 15 yards outside of the opponent box. So near midfield, and it's chipped up and over. Quickly snagged by the goalie. Deep kick sent to Orozco and Duran. Quickly goes the other way. And the referee did not like that kick. And the Hawks quickly take the free one. And that goes to Orozco and Duran. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez to Calvo. Up to Medrano. Medrano to Martinez. Juan Martinez, quick double move, left foot cross. And no luck, but here's an option for the header. Volleyed toward the goal, and the defense prevails once again.
How many opportunities? Not a crisp shot, but they said they did try to hit that net and hit it a few times and still nothing to come up of it. And you're going to see those forwards are getting frustrated as the minutes tick down because they've had their opportunities. Just cannot get a clean shot on net.
Juan Martinez sending a ball down as this team is fighting rather hard to stay in this. But things are just not bouncing their way, mostly because of this Falcons D. Medrano to Juan Martinez. Juan Martinez, fancy footwork, able to get a little bit more open, almost drawing penalties left and right, but he held the ball too long, finally fell for the trap, and now the Falcons are marching the other way. Here comes Brandon Blancas, and Blancas gets broken up, and Samuel Martinez is going to kick back to a defender, and that's going to sail out of bounds. Falcon possession.
And how many times have we said it? River Valley just making the perfect opportunity of clearing the ball out of their zone each and every time, not making a mistake at all in this game. And you talk about a perfect game in baseball. Their defense is having a perfect game defensively. Every maneuver is correctly and well executed.
It's really amazing to see this back four work together. Carvajal finding options. And Milad Rahim's going to kick toward the goalie. Goalie's going to scoop it up.
Yeah, as you said, it's hard. It doesn't get any type of communication on the field. And just to them to be perfectly positioned each and every time, knowing who to challenge and who to stay off of, it's been a really remarkable opportunity to watch this team play defense here. And at a championship game, no less.
And a questionable call again, especially if you ask the opposing fans. It's a deep kick, shot on a laser. I mean, if there was one goal that could have outdone the goal we've seen so far today, it would have been that. Holy cow.
Yeah, I liked it. That was a smart play. He got the inbounds and took it deep, and almost got that high corner there on the crease. Nice attempt there.
Now bicycled back to midfield. And here comes a through ball from Milad Rahim. Cross! Ooh. As it bounced, I see. So it did hit out of play and then magically curve into play, thus giving a heart attack to everybody on this side of the field. So, here are the Falcons trying to put this one away. 12 minutes on the clock. Hawks still fighting, but here's the opportunity chipped in, and that is the second goal. Alfredo Hernandez getting a quick goal there as the goalie was out of his way. 2-0 is the score.
Yeah, and in frustration, the goalkeeper kicks the ball towards his bench area as he's discussing with himself because he got out of position, as you said. He challenged the outside forward there to the ball. Nice reaction by that forward, kicking it in the middle, and as you said, that was it. That was an easy shot right on net for the goal, and more importantly now a 2-goal advantage on the Central Valley Hawks. Big goal there by River Valley.
And that was a mistake. Juan Martinez knocked the yellow card out of the referee's hand.
I just saw the end of that.
Which means, as anybody at home could expect, he was immediately shown the red one. So he will not be coming back to this game with 11 minutes on the clock.
Now, I think one of the coaches is getting a ruling.
As I don't know what your coach could say about that. I mean, you can't argue that. You don't knock a yellow card out of a referee's hand.
I just think you just want to get the final.
Maybe he's giving up, and that's kind of the story now. Central Valley Hawks are going to have to work a little extra hard, already with the smaller roster, but now down a man on the field.
And that's the worst part of it. You don't get that position back. And he's one of their top players. He just made an excellent shot attempt on the net there to try to tie the game when it was 1-0.
So it seems like a bit of a breakdown here coming from the Hawks. Very frustrated on the front. as this defense has been airtight. Anthony Calvo lobs one in and broken up by the Falcon defense. But here's Calvo again. Calvo to Medrano. And Medrano's going to throw it in to Orozco. And it looks like the Hawks are going to get a free kick from a very good angle. I'd say about a 40-45 degree angle away from the net with 9:20 on the game clock.
Yeah, Roscoe got knocked down there, and I think that's good. That was the initial call, not the clearing attempt by River Valley.
Daniel Hernandez is going to be taking this free kick. 3 people on the wall. Kicks, curves, stopped by the goalkeeper. So, again, a good shot, a good opportunity, but the defense knew exactly where to be to stop it.
Yeah, we could have just taped these things at the beginning of the broadcast and just played them all throughout.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a soundboard just be pushing these buttons here.
Goalkeeper save, defense makes the right call. I mean, it sounds like we could have continuously ran it all throughout the game, but that's what it's been. It's been those components right there on the back end that really gave them this 2-0 lead and then timely offense.
Here's Juan Martinez, and he's going to send it over to Hector Ramos. Now, again, 8:20 on the clock, while the white-jerseyed Central Valley Hawks are currently trying to make up this 2-goal deficit here in the final minutes of the game, also playing down a man due to a red card given out. Here is a volleyed kick from the right foot of Jesus Mendoza. And it's going to be worked back to Jose Mendoza on the opposing team. Now here's Anthony Calvo. Calvo trying to make something out of this very difficult situation. Samuel Martinez. Through ball to Orozco. Orozco with the left foot cross. Stopped, broken up by the defense. And Hector Ramos is going to work the ball up the field. And the Hawks here quickly running out of time for opportunities. And Samuel Martinez lobbies one up. The goalkeeper is able to snag it. Robert Quintero is having a phenomenal game. I mean, I can only imagine the frustration of the forwards for Central Valley Hawks.
Yeah, he cuts down their angles well and, challenges that high shot in the goalkeeper's crease. And just done an excellent job, as you said.
Orozco and Duran at the front of the field. Back to Daniel Hernandez, and then Hernandez to Calvo. Calvo going forward to Medrano. Medrano to Hernandez. Hernandez. Vasquez, the sweeper. Now Hernandez again. Blocked by the defense. And Anthony Calvo again trying to work as now only 2 defenders are sitting back for the Hawks. They're doing everything that they can to get 1, hopefully 2 goals up on the board, but we do tick down to 6 minutes, which pretty much means 4 with a little bit of extra time.
Yeah, and you got to expect some of those midfielders now might take the chance to move up a bit and try to force the play here for Central Valley. We'll see if that takes place.
And a throw is going to be made by Central Valley. Another good opportunity here. They have good position. The throw is deep and well placed, but quickly broken up and sent back to midfield. Kevin Webb, the defender, sends it to his front right. Now the midfielder for the Falcons is going to have an active role, and that ball is going to roll its way out of play. 5:15 on the game clock. And a cross is going to come through. Robert Quintero there to stop it.
Once again.
it's actually really, for a while it looked like it became, something that was just, I felt so redundant, but now I'm just impressed because I don't think I've talked about a player's success this often in a game so far. Definitely not today, as honestly, it just seems like so much dominance on defense is leaving just enough opportunity for their offense to get all that they need to get these 2 goals on the board.
Yeah, and if you had to tell me 2 words about him, describe him, I think flashy and smart because his positioning is overwhelming, and he's not that flashy, I should say, but boy, he is one of the smart players I've seen in a long time here in the state of California, and he's done an excellent job.
Yeah, he is just constantly, and I don't see, obviously I wouldn't be able to hear chatter from here, but I definitely don't see it. He seems composed in the back, knows what he's doing, trusts his defense, which, in all fairness, they've been making his job a bit easier than most goalies.
Right. But he's had to make some key saves and really plays the angles well to cut down the scoring opportunities when the ball does get behind his defense.
And speaking of which, the ball is going to be stopped by the feet of Robert Quintero, and he's going to pick the ball up as he does actually encourage his fans to cheer because as the fans are currently chanting the names of their players, one that I hear in particular, as that's actually not one I am able to make out, but possession is going to go to the Falcons again. 3 minutes on the clock, which means there's only going to be a few minutes of extra time. I don't think that the referee could add too much here. There really hasn't been much stoppage.
Yeah, I think the only significant time was after that red card incident, and that would be I don't even know how long that would have taken, to be truthful, but that was the only significant length of time away from the actual play.
Free kick from the cross, broken up. Good stop there by Cazares.
And that was a tough shot because with the sun setting here, I think it gets into his eyes, and it looked like partially he lost it for a moment and just kind of used the sense of feel out there on the pitch, and he made a nice play.
As the ball is now picked up again by Robert Quintero, who is feeling probably pretty good about himself at this point. And quickly intercepted by Milad Rahim. Rahim going forward to Carvajal. But then comes back the other way. Here comes Toyo Vesquez. Vesquez to Hernandez. Hernandez crossing forward. No good. And the flag is going to go in favor of the Hawks. We are in extra time, ladies and gentlemen. So, barring some miracles, it's really looking like the River Valley High School Falcons are going to be taking this. But here comes a throw in, broken up and kicked deeply. And we're going to see a lot of those high balls coming from the defense, trying to make sure that the ball is on the ground as little as possible.
Yeah, and that's a smart play. I agree with you. Get the ball up in the air, then nobody can make a play on it. And more importantly, the clock ticks down.
And a good play is coming. That was actually a really pretty cross coming from Medrano, especially with defenders in his face, but it does not amount to anything. Ivan Lopez getting tripped up.
The referee has the whistle in his mouth, Greg, so it's momentarily before this game is over.
I think we could expect this to come up soon as it looks like there's some hobbling coming from Kevin Webb, and he's able to get a cross in. And as that ball rolls out, it's going to be a goal kick. And my best guess is once this goal kick heads into the air, I mean, it could be the motivation of the referee is that people are behind schedule, and we'll see what his priorities are here.
They already got the for the next game.
Yeah, the time for the next game is already on the board.
And you talk about getting pushed out off the pitch. I mean, this is ridiculous.
So, as Calvo sends a kick forward to Hernandez, and it is kicked out of play, but a throw-in is going to come from Vasquez. And it looks like we're going to get a goal kick here. And we're getting cheers from the crowd, but the game is still continuing. And the referee sticking to his guns on how much time he's going to give this team to play. Forward to Duran. Duran, back to Hernandez. Hernandez kicks back to Webb as an outlet. Broken up by the Falcons. Falcons now still just trying to keep possession. And as that ball is kicked deeply and rolls out, we are getting a goal kick for the Hawks.
That'll be coming up soon.
And the goalie here kicks deep, and that is all she wrote. What an amazing game. And as you can see, these celebrating players, they are running quickly to their goalie, who just had a phenomenal clean sheet. What a win. Thomas, what do you take away from this?
Oh, if you wanted to show a team how to play defensively and great goalkeeping, this is the tape to show them, because the positioning was fantastic. It really frustrated Central Valley all game long. Their forwards could not generate anything. The frustration piled on until abruptly with the red card right after that second goal, and that's the way it was. They Central Valley, if you look at the numbers overall and not look at the game, you would say, man, they had a lot of opportunities in the offensive zone. They should have scored more. But it was the defense that allowed them. It bended, but it never broke. And they executed the ball, kicking it out of the zone each and every time perfectly, and timely scoring as really was over-aggressiveness by the goalkeeper on Central Valley that allowed the 2 goals to go in.
Coming into this game, Central Valley was ranked number 5, while River Valley was number 6. So a number 6 seed has won the Division III championship. Congratulations to the River Valley River Valley Falcons, as they played phenomenally. And like you said, just the frustration built up for Central Valley to the point where there was really nothing they could do. And we saw the moment when they gave up. They accepted, or maybe just certain members of the team. Swatting a yellow card out of a referee's hand makes it red.
Yeah.
There's really... That's not something you're going to get away with, which means you're kind of accepting the end of it. So,
yeah, you make that action, you're gone, and you're pretty much really putting your team behind a tough 8-ball, because now they're down a man and that they could use being down 2 goals.
Now, the Central Valley Hawks are currently taking a team photograph, and across the field, the River Valley Falcons are waiting to shake hands. And then we're going to have a bit of a trophy ceremony. And then coming up, we've got a 4th game of action, ladies and gentlemen. Bella Vista, ranked number 1, is going to be going up against number 2 Turlock for the Division II title. And like the past few games, Thomas, we see the players come out. As they're warming up now, they look even bigger and faster than the ones before.
Yeah, it should be an exciting battle, and it culminates a great day of soccer here at Lincoln High.
So for Thomas Conroy, I am Greg Cotta. Thank you so much for tuning into this game. We'll be back with more high school soccer action in the Sac-Joaquin section from Stockton, California. We'll be back after this.